This show is at 310 Chestnut, which was a space operated by the Secret Show series. And here's Ivanka working on the walls, which is something she's an expert at. She is prepping the space for Mandy Rogers-Horton, who was our guest artist for this show. We sometimes have invited an outside artist to work with us for one show. This artist would be invited to attend our meetings and would be included in the planning and setup process. We have often chosen guest artists to build a relationship with someone with a different set of skills or a different perspective on things. This person might be a photographer, since we don't currently have any photographers in the group, or someone with a different level of exhibition experience, like one of our professors. It would be someone that we were artistically compatible with, or we could learn from each other. Previous guest artists are Abby Wisenant and Colleen McCormick. So here's Janet prepping the walls at one of our shows. And this is the after. This is her with her work, talking about it with Christy Hargrove. This table is a piece that Janet did. It's one of the donation pieces that we've done to benefit a cause that is important to us. Jen Ramsey, who used to be in the group, worked at Transitions Women's Recovery Center, and we sold a piece to benefit that space twice. We also sold a piece to benefit the Will Clendenning Memorial Fund, who was a classmate and friend of ours. This is Malia doing an installation that was space specific. And here's the finished piece. This is from a recent show at Riverside Village, which is owned by Dan Heller. He let us use this vacant commercial unit in the hopes that our show would make prospective tenants aware of the space. Also because he's a cool person who has done a lot to support the community in East Nashville. This is an example of how we transform the space. This is what the space looked like before the show. This is during the setup. And here's at the opening. This is Jenny Luckett's work. She's incorporated what was already in the space into her presentation, which works well with the found images in her prints. This is a good example of how our work plays against each other. This is Jenny's piece, and here's my piece. We're both working with multiples and distressed media. As the group has become more established, we've enjoyed working with galleries, as well as continuing to do independent projects. We have a lot to offer a gallery because we provide a self-curated, self-produced show. Galleries solve some of the challenges presented by an independent show. They make it possible to have a show up for an extended period of time, which is important when an art opening is too crowded to spend time with the art. They introduce our work to a broader audience. Particularly our show at the Renaissance Center exposed our work to the general public in a way that is not normally possible for us. And the look of an alternative space sometimes can have character that competes with the artwork, particularly smaller 2D work. A gallery setting creates a specific, polished context in which to view work. And here's one of Jenny Luckett's pieces. And these are some prints that we did to sell to benefit the group. Danjan Art Gallery gave us our first gallery show. This was the original gallery in the arcade that started the Art at the Arcade concept. This cord piece is a collaborative piece that we made. It is the product of a happening that occurred on many summer weekends at Love Circle. It is an undocumented performance where we cut up old clothes with emotional baggage and spent hours braiding them together, telling stories. Other friends would sometimes come too and spend an afternoon working on the cord. And then some of the materials included the remnants of the first cut over her shoulders. This is from our artist statement. Tutu from my first recital. My favorite summer shirt. Renaissance fair costume. My ex-boyfriend's t-shirt. Fat pants. Awkward work gift. Jammies. The thrift store shirt I tried to make work. Failed tie-dye t-shirt. Clothing waiting repair. Shower gift. Married women's hair. And fantasy tan stockings circa 1970.